Look at this. Yes, it's nice and green and fluffy, and they haven't had the maintenance yet to come out and trim. However, I love it. It's the way to get all that. So, anyway, we're gonna get our steps in, and I just wanted you to see how everything has grown out. It looks beautiful to me, but these caught my eye. Look at little ants on it too. And then we have our AC going right now. That's our AC. So we're cleaning up the office today, and we're also getting our steps in. And we're gonna chat a little bit because a lot is going on here in the city, especially in the state of California. And I didn't know if you guys had any questions or anything you wanted to chat about. Is that a ladybug or a spider? Ooh, I think it is a spider. Oh no. All right. Oh, and I broke a nail. So this is my nail here on this hand, and this is the one that broke, and I've already trimmed it. I cut it down. So that's the thing about having natural nails, is that they do easily break, especially if you don't have, look at our yellow butterfly, especially if you don't have any protective type of gel or anything on them, they do break easily. So that would be one tip about natural nails, is not only keeping them clean, but you want to put some type of strengthening something cold on top of the natural nail to keep them from breaking so easily. But my thumbnails are so long that they got caught on the steering wheel and it chipped it. So I just went ahead and filed it out. It says, welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Ooh, too late. And we were talking about here in the state of California, there's been a lot of alerts about different types of bacteria, disease, everything you name it, we got it. And it's going on here in California. I ain't got it. And that's why I'm still keeping my mask on, washing my hands, and I have my gloves on standby just in case. Good news, as I told you guys before, I won with the scratch it, and I appreciate the young lady. And keep that good energy flowing. Keep the good energy flowing, guys. It's a good thing. It's a plus. It's something that we should celebrate for all of us, especially here in the state of California with everything that's going on. I don't have a particular take one way or the other. As I said before, what I am doing for myself at this point and at this age in my life is taking care of my health and myself. It doesn't hurt to wish someone well, and that the flow of the energy that that exists, which is this good energy, is available for all. And you tap into it by being just that. When you guys give me specific questions, I'll give you the specific answers. But to just really rattle on about stuff, I just don't have the interest in that, just because my mind isn't on those type of things. Even though it may appear in my lineup, say on YouTube, it's not necessarily what I'm thinking. I can get a little bit of everything on my For You lineup type of videos, in addition to what is on my mind. So that's what's kind of neat about YouTube, is sometimes what you're thinking appears up on your For You, your YouTube. I say For You because TikTok uses the For You, and then people's information comes up, their videos comes up for you to view and to watch and make comments and what have you. Whatever appeals to you, you can leave a note or just watch it and keep scrolling. So I try not to scroll too much, But I do occasionally like to view other videos, view the dances, view the food, view the local restaurants and places to check out. So that's why I quite often consume some of these videos and information. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, I have to tell you it's been a pretty good start of the month. I'm really enjoying getting the information about my chart. Remember I told you guys to get your chart read, get your lucky days, kind of see what it is. If you want to confirm what you've been working on spiritually, if you're in alignment with what is in your chart. And that's what I did. It kind of just reinforces what you're already doing. And it's not like you needed somebody to tell you yes, no, maybe so. It's just kind of looking at some things and making sure that you've kind of covered all your north, south, east, and west. You know, I was looking at the moon the other day and I filmed it for you guys just so you guys could see the moon and how big it was and how beautiful it was, but it was moving fast. And then guess what came up on my videos on YouTube was how quick time was moving and things like that. So I believe you guys when you say that you thinking of something or thinking of food and then all of a sudden it pops up on your phone or on YouTube or whatever it is that you're working with. I agree with you on that that's probably happening, but it still does not stop the flow of you doing the things for yourself that's best for you. That has not changed. That shouldn't change. It should only reinforce your alignment. And for me, that's what it's all about, is aligning with the right path for me and what's healed me and what can help possibly someone else. Because it was a challenge to find the good doctors, to get the right medications, to get the doctors to give you the information even after you went to the doctors. So all of that led me to the fasting, the intermittent fasting, and starting to do more of the fasting lifestyle, like the dry fasting, the real deal, where you're not talking, you're not eating, you're not drinking, you're not doing anything but focusing on your intent, your intention, your connection, your alignment with something greater than what it is that you're seeing. So for me, a lot of times after I went through all that and I had my experience, I did sometimes have interest. This is in the beginning. I had interest as to how others were going through their spiritual awakening or their spiritual process. So there was one lady, I told you guys about the candle that I had purchased just because Sophie had introduced me to others. And I went ahead and got the candle and everything just to say thank you for your presence, thank you for your energy, and so forth and so forth. But I had heard so many stories about Stephanie and some of the others, Isis and all of them. And I have to tell you, really got to go with what talks to you when you're going through your spiritual journey, because I saw what happened to others with their candle, and it is that powerful. And the one video that I watched that I was going to share with you guys was the one where hers had, that energy had jumped on her curtains, and it was a lot, and she just sitting there looking at it, filming it. Mine was a quick jolt into another candle that I had, and I told you guys about that. I had purchased the money candle, and I had asked, for the presents and for the blessings over everything that I do, and it was like a little party for me. So when I bought my incense and candles and stuff, it was more of a thanking them for their presence and just a way of, in this form, to be able to just appreciate the gifts and the presence and the love, unconditional love, and all of them coming together on my behalf. So that was my purpose and my intent as I'm lighting and as I'm doing my spiritual alignment. So when I saw that, I recognized the form, if that makes sense, but my form was not, I don't want to use the word reckless, but it wasn't as wasn't the same. And I'm grateful for that. I'm very much grateful. And I want to say the magical show, but that caught my interest, and it made me realize that there's a lot of unseen that goes on, and kind of affirms what you already assumed, if that makes sense. Okay, it and then some of the stuff that you didn't assume. So I can't say that you already assumed because I didn't know what to expect. It was all new to me, and my situation, like I said, occurred through in a formal way of being introduced to someone else. I want you to meet someone else, and they're here to help you, and stay focused. I got that type of reassurance, and so I also got that I didn't need to buy all that stuff and do all that I was doing, but that they also understood. They thought that was sweet. You know what I'm saying? It was my personality bringing forth into the um, acceptance of our relationship, understanding our relationship, who I am and who they are, and respecting one another and understanding it all. So I try to share with you my experience and give you guys as much detail as I possibly can for when you go through your stages, that you can possibly relate to some things, or some things you may not experience at all, because I've heard some people did not have a favorable um, situation when it came with Shekme, Isis, and so forth, Seth, and everything. So some people don't, everybody don't have the same experience. So that's why I don't recommend what I did to someone else, because my life lessons and everything is totally going to be different than everybody else. And I've said that numerous times over, even when it comes to wealth, um, learning about the tarot cards, learning about your chart, and when you were born, the date you were born, and the energies that you're working with is going to be different for everyone. So, as I say, the more that you learn about yourself and understand yourself, um, I think the more at peace that a lot of people will be. For me, my peace began early because I've always had a lot of elders around. I always lived with a lot of elders, given my circumstances and so forth. So, yes, indeed, I wanted things to be better, but I also accepted um, a certain extent of what was my reality, but also knowing that things could be better. I always believe that things can be better than they are. And so, of course, you strive and you desire to receive the better environment. And I hope that that's clear enough for everyone to kind of understand um, what it is that I'm even talking about. Because I put on my community pages and stuff a lot of things that come to me, a lot of the experiences, the diet, the food, everything as a whole, as a healing mechanism for me, without having a lot of pills to have to take every day. This is just a way for me to recover naturally, um, through Gaia and through all the entities and energies that are healing. So the Lion's Gate and everything, that was part of my request, along with, excuse me, having my own gym, having my own home, having my own um, finances, financial freedom from being under, say, a government, or relying on um, any type of government check or anything like that. You want to be financially free. You want to have your own wealth and grow in prosperity peacefully, without someone trying to manipulate and steal not only your property, but your peace, your wealth, your financial um, resources that you put set aside for yourself. You want them protected. And so all of this is only just to say that it's not just one angle that I am focusing on when I'm fasting. It's not just the health. It includes the wealth. It includes the finances. It even includes my friendships, my relationships, the people that I choose as my friendships, having my sovereignty protected, having uh, just my existence and the value of all of that whether they value my existence or not, that the great divine that loves me unconditionally values my existence, if you understand what I'm saying. So the energies that surround me and support me are those that want to be. You understand, it's not just existing for the sake of existing to help with someone else's imagery, their imagination of what something should be, but that you actually are a part of something greater and bigger, and that your existence matters, and the way that you're existing matters. So that timeline that you're tapping into, where you're living in the luxury, that lifestyle is one that is a blessing. It's a blessing to be able to afford even buy some of this expensive gas in California. That is a really big deal for some of us. That although these changes are happening, we're still able to afford to pay for our lifestyle. You know, California's a beautiful state. And for those of us that were born here, our energy's here. If you ever do your colorful lines of certain energies that you want to be around, you want to be able to afford to live in those environments. There's other places that are great places to visit that are in alignment with your energy, with your chakras, with your with your um, lifestyle and goals, and it's all in alignment and it works well for you. So even though so much is going on in the world, you still remain protected and safe and loved and in that unconditional energy. So that's what I'm always grateful for that grace, for that unconditional love, and to be able to receive such divine gifts from the universe. This is a beautiful, beautiful to receive. So, as always, I'm grateful even for the vehicle that I have, despite having the issues with the vehicle and people taking the money and not doing the repairs, such as that it is. I'm also grateful when I receive the repairs that need to be done and I get it for a good price. I can't beat that either. So I'm still always grateful for gratitude and grace and peace. Nothing can replace that peace, that's for sure. So I've been talking now for 17, almost 18 minutes, and I tried to share with you just an update for the beginning of September. I will go ahead and put up my tarot read that I did for this month. I only do a tarot read once a month because it's part of the goals that we or I am focusing on and I'm sharing with you. If you're in alignment with that reading and that continuous readings that we've had since the beginning of the year, then I hope that it's informative enough for you to continue to know that you're on the right path and that you're in a line. So it was a really good read financially. Money wise, prosperity, the peace, and being protected, all of that came through the reading. But there was a lot of pentacles and a lot of cups, a lot of pentacles, to the point where I almost went ahead and not put it up and do another reading, but I said I'm gonna go with the flow and go with it. And that's what I did. That's what I'm putting up. And we got our lucky days. It's been panning out. And of course, I guess I will leave off with, that we are money magnets. I am a money magnet. You are a money magnet. The money flows to me easily and effortlessly. We are grateful for our life and luxury and leisure. I just got a nice breeze come through. Um, I feel really good. And we just want to give our gratitude. We just want to be thankful for receiving those reinforcements, those gifts from the divine, from the universe, from our God that loves us unconditionally, and especially for those that have an oath to God, grateful to hear back and to know that you're definitely on the right path. And bigger and greater things, more responsibilities now, more The more money you get, the more responsibilities that you have. And large amounts, large sums of money come so easily and effortlessly. And we just say thank you, simple thank you. So take care, my loves. We're going to get our steps in. I may come back on again and go live as I'm taking the steps. And much love and respect to all of you. Chat in a few. Let's get these steps in.